Hi everyone, welcome to this laid back video where I'm talking about some of the stuff in my studio and some sketches. I hope you enjoy this very chill video of me just talking about stuff that I have in the studio space. Today I'm just going to showcase some stuff that I've got in the studio that you might be interested in seeing. You might not be interested in seeing it, and that's okay. But here we go. I'm going to start with something very important. This is my development book that I've been using since January 2025, and it's got every single idea, every doodle of the Calcium Crusader 64 from the very beginning. But I will not show off all of this stuff because obviously I want it to be a surprise. This was like January 2025, at the end of January. Some ideas of some characters and some areas that are still in the game to this day. I've basically been taking these stickers around to different expos. So if you do have one of these, they're very limited. But I hope you like them because I like to make them. Now I'm going to move on to this over here. I think I'll do this one first. So Patch Magazine, I've been following them for a long time now. Like an independent magazine. It's really nice to see like game development, indie development especially, being showcased in this sort of small format. Physical prints, I love physical media, so this is sort of having a monthly magazine talking about indie games is really fun, and I can do whatever I want with my hands because I'm this is so weird, I've not really done this before. But yes, also like debug as well, which I'll go into in a little bit. It's nice to see the indie development scene in the UK again highlighted, so I just want to show off one of the pages from this. There he is. There is the Calcium Crusader. So I did a little interview talking about the project back in June. I was talking about the Calcium Crusader, and it was really nice to get a little shout out, which I really appreciate. So that is one of the times I was showcased in Patch. I'm going to go on to the next. Okay. So Patch Magazine did a game jam that I was a part of last year, and thankfully they did a little bit on my project. So I'm going to zoom ahead. Okay, so on this page we have Tape Man, which is an indie game that I worked on for the Patch Magazine game jam. I just want to say that all the other games here look beautiful, especially this one, Patch Venture. This is a stunning game, all like hand drawn. I thought it was absolutely amazing. I did play this one. I did get a chance to play all of them actually, but this game, really cute. I really enjoyed the puzzle mechanic of Patch as well. I thought it was really cool. But yes, Tape Man, you were a superhero who works in a stationery shop that sellotapes the whole world together and saves the day by sellotaping stuff together. But anyway, Patch Magazine, really appreciate them for showing off my stuff. Okay. So this, I created a indie development showcase book. This was back in end of 2023. But essentially I showcase all of the development of all my games in detail, of just like the progression I had just as a game developer. And on this page we've got Calcium Crusader and Boogie Town, and it's nice to showcase some of the old stuff that I worked on. But yeah, if you're interested in this book is available online. This is just showcasing 3 years of my work as a game developer. 4 years of development from 2020 all the way to 2023. I am working on another book at the moment that is the next few years. So I've done quite a lot of prototypes recently that I'm working for a second book. So if you're interested in supporting me as a developer, I create that as well. A book I picked up online, just showing off silly old monsters and what they used to look like. I loved this. This sort of helped me come up with ideas of the ghoulies in the Calcium Crusader 64. Like these little guys. Like what's he doing? This little guy. He's just. Is he a lion? Is he a deer? Is he a? I love this sort of art, and it gave me lots of inspiration for. Is that meant to be a lobster? What even is? What are you? But yes, this sort of design, these sort of ideas, and the folklore behind them is really cool to see, and give me inspiration for making the Calcium Crusader and all these weird creatures in the game. But yes, medieval monsters. I think I got this on Amazon. I found it in the Amazon. Just found it in the forest. Okay, so I want to show off one page of debug. They've been really good to the indie dev community, especially in the UK, because they basically host all these events with Video Game Expo, and they've given me the opportunity to have a booth with them for I think about 3 different events. So every time I go there, it's so nice to see developers just helping each other out, and having that space to show off your game is really, really nice. So thank you very much to Debug for allowing me to have that space to showcase my game. Okay, this is one of the pages on it. This is a screenshot from my game. Unfortunately, the screenshot is also of a bug in the game. As you can see, the Calcium Crusader is sort of he's clipping into the ground, which is not ideal. It's so nice to have my game being shown off in print, and I'll be with Debug again for the Bristol Video Games Expo at the end of February. So if you're in Bristol or you want to play the Calcium Crusader, come by and play the Calcium Crusader, because I will be there. Okay, last but not least, I'm talking about this. So this book here, this is my doodle sketchbook that I tend to try and do at least one little sketch every day, because it keeps me enjoying drawing. I feel like if I keep doing it every day, eventually I might get better. But yeah, I'm going to want to talk a little bit about the ideas, doodles, and little guys. Here we are. So little guys, this is in October. So I just tend to draw little ideas, maybe t-shirt ideas. I mean, this little heavy hat, poor guy, he's got a big old heavy hat, and I don't know what this guy's doing, but I like the whole sit and then stand. I don't know why. Okay, anyway, next page. I drew some potatoes, as you can see here, and I've drew a guy with big teeth. Hello there. Yeah, this is a big selection of little potatoes. Comment down below your favourite potato. I'd love to hear your personal favourite spud. Okay, now we're into October. So here are some of the drawings that I did. Just getting some ideas and sketching them down. Okay, a little bat. Oh, very spooky guy. Ooh. So when I do these drawings, eventually I potentially come up with little ideas for games. So this is sort of an idea that I've been working on just whenever I've got some free time. So here's the idea, and essentially I had the idea of somebody going on a train to visit different locations, and every location has like a different musical instrument. So you've got like a little guy tooting his horn, you've got a little bird playing the guitar, this guy with a tambourine on his head. I don't really know where he ended up. But anyway, here are some other ideas that I did on another day. But I think this idea just wants to stay put. It wants to stay in my mind. So after I did some drawings here, no way. Yes way. So this is sort of, I think I went to a cafe and just doodled down all my ideas of this project, because if it ends up being a game at some point, it's nice to know that I've written it down and I've got some ideas of what the game could be. So it's a train game. You're on this musical train, and every time you go to a different location, another musical instrument joins the track, and this special train only moves through musical instruments. So the train conductor is also a conductor of the orchestra. And then here's the idea of the conductor. He's also conductor, and then you've got Tootin' Tom. I don't know if his name will stick. He can't perform without his inhaler, so you have to try and find his inhaler. Poor guy's got asthma. And then the tambourine person. And then you've got this guitar, feather guitar. Okay, this is when the title came into play. And here's sort of the idea. You're waiting for your train. Going back to here, I sort of thought maybe I should change to have different like animals in different locations. So I changed the little character to being a little bird, a little birdie there. And the tambourine person to be a bunny, the tutor to be a frog, because I thought croaking could be quite nice to have like a little croak guy or gal. I'm not too sure. Tutti Flutti, what a cool looking thing there. I was just sort of coming up with ideas of potential musical instruments. So here are the little guys. That being the main character, being like a little bird, the conductor, a ladybug. I don't know if this guy's going to stick, but you got the tambourine person as well. So in December I did some drawings. Got the Calcium Crusader just chilling up there. Here's some ideas, and a little Game Boy. Yeah, a little Game Boy idea, a little tiny little Sonic the Hedgehog down there. I used to play Sonic quite a lot growing up, so I just I thought, yeah, shove them in there. But anyway, this is, yeah, just an idea. This was just me sketching and having some fun. And then I had an idea of a pop-up book that could work when you're sitting down like this. So you hold it like this and they're all sitting down. They're all just chilling. I thought it'd be nice to put the Calcium Crusader there as well. But this helped me during December when I was having a break from making the Calcium Crusader to come up with an idea of a children's book. So I basically wrote a children's book during December, just playing around with some ideas of like if that could be a pop-up book, you could sort of see the characters talking that way. And then I wrote the book. And then I came up with some ideas of the characters. So you have like little squirrels, little hedgehogs. The idea for the children's book is some guy's having a picnic and he doesn't want to share any of his food. So yes, that's how it would sort of look on the side, like that. I use this pen for most of my drawings, but I did get one recently that was grey. And here's some of the stuff that I did recently. So you got that little guy there. Jomp, somebody chomping. Okay, now I'm going to do a little sketch, because why not? Why not do a little sketch? The date is the 15th. I always tend to date my stuff because it's nice to look back and be like, okay, that happened that day. Yeah, for me, I'm like, oh, it's nice to see what day I worked on this. 26 now. Oh my god, where's the time gone? Doodles. Right. Okay. So we're gonna do some characters. What characters do we want to do? I tend to just start with random circles, and then the characters just sort of come from there. So this guy's gonna have little legs, and he's gonna be jumping up like that. All right. What ideas can we do? It's January. It's 2026. Let's try some fun ideas. Maybe we do one of these monsters. I don't know which one. I mean, that looks really weird. Anyway, let's do a monster. Okay. This is going to be a little, like, devil gremlin thing. He's going to have little knives for hands. Well, I'm not entirely sure about him, but he's having a good time. Alright. Okay, this guy's saying whoa. That's what he's saying. As I'm here. This is sort of how I draw the Calcium Crusader. I mean, his eyes aren't the best on that one because it was really quickly. I was really quickly drawing it. But yeah, so when I draw, I just tend to sketch out ideas. I mean, this guy's quite funny. Do something similar to that. I do kind of like when you're like in the corner. I do like drawing weird characters. I hope you don't mind me making weird characters because that's sort of all I actually do. So I'm going to do this guy. He's going to have some crazy eyes. So this character's going to have crazy eyes. He's upset because he's been put in the corner, but that's okay. Some characters, when you draw them, they're destined to be in the corner and you can't do anything about that. So this is the character that's going in the corner. And he's going to wave his arms because he's so sad about being in the corner. So poor guy. He's been left there. I don't know what Calcium Crusader is. I don't know what he's reaching out for. So let's do something about that. Let's put a little guy on his arm. Now he's holding someone up. Maybe we don't want. I don't know if we want him holding someone, but that's not gonna be in the game, by the way. That's not a canon event in the Calcium Crusader. Let's go for one of the characters from my old game, which I love drawing. I always love drawing this character. I mean, I've actually drawn the hat too big, so it doesn't really make sense because his name is Timothy Tiny Hat, but he's actually this guy's got a massive hat. So there we go. Okay, that's sort of how I end up coming up with ideas. I mean, two of them are quite crazy. Let's do a smiley one. Let's do a smiley one to end off. Like a big potato. We're going to do one more potato because there weren't enough potatoes earlier. There you go. One final guy there. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to close this. Yes, thank you very much. This has been me showing off some stuff, doing some drawing. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed drawing. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Do I wave this way? Do I wave that way? How do I say goodbye? Goodbye.